Hey guys, if you are new to clean eating, I have a few basic staples that I pretty much make all of my baked goods with. And you may be wondering, what is almond flour? What is oat flour? You know, where's the white flour and white sugar that I'm used to seeing in baked goods? So I'm going to talk about a few of my favorites. If you have these on hand, you can pretty much make any recipe as far as baked goods at Dashing Dish, and they're all clean eating certified and all gluten-free as long as you choose gluten-free options. Especially for the oat flour. So I'm going to just show you what oat flour is all about. You can actually make your own. You just buy old-fashioned oats, and we all know this as good old-fashioned oatmeal, and so we know it's good for us, and really it's just a great way to replace white flour in any recipe. I actually just grind my own right in a blender or food processor, and I'll show you what it looks like here until it reaches the consistency of a flour. So you can see that's pretty fine. You can also buy it very inexpensive at almost any grocery store now. You can buy certified gluten-free oats, and that way you know that they're gluten-free. And then another flour that I use is coconut flour. I don't use this one as often because I know a lot of people don't have it on hand. Also, it is very different for swapping out in recipes because it absorbs moisture. So you cannot swap out coconut flour for, say, white flour in any recipe. It won't turn out. However, the benefits of coconut flour is it's high in protein and fiber, so it's a great nutritional source of flour. And I think that most baked goods turn out really moist and delicious with it. Almond flour is my second most used flour in conjunction with oat flour. Almond flour, the only downfall I would say is that it's a little more expensive. You can't make your own, so you have to buy it. I like to get it in these big bags. This is one of my favorite finds is Anthony's brand, and it's found on Amazon because you can buy it in bulk and it's very inexpensive. You can also find it at Costco or Sam's Club for inexpensive. And it's a great swap out for flour as well. And then let's move on to sweeteners. A lot of people have questions about sweeteners. How do I get white sugar out of my diet? What do I replace it with? I like stevia. You can see that on Dashing Dish. I use baking stevia, and my favorite brand is Now This Natural Mate Stevia. And I just get it on Amazon. I like it because it's granulated, just like sugar. So it gives you like that granulated texture that you like with sugar. But if you don't like this brand or any kind of baking stevia, or you just want to get it in stores, stevia in the raw is a good option for baking with. Some people find that stevia in the raw has an aftertaste. So I also like New Naturals brand. I like Sweet Leaf brand. Those are two really good brands that don't have a lot of aftertaste. If you're not a fan of stevia, that's okay. You can make any of my recipes using the measurement that measures like sugar. So the second measurement, usually it's double the amount of baking stevia because baking stevia is very sweet. So you could use raw cane sugar, or coconut sugar. So just sugar in its purest form, unprocessed, not like white table sugar. Or honey is always a great option. So I have a big thing of honey here, and I like to buy it in bulk because it's a little more pricey, but if you get it in a bigger container, it's usually a money saver. So you can swap out honey in recipes for a sweetener as well. Now moving on to other flours and things that I use in recipes, I like to use protein powder a lot in recipes, and you'll see that. And basically that's just to add protein. And that gives any kind of baked good a staying power. So if you eat a muffin without protein, you'll probably feel hungry a little bit later. But if you have some protein added, it gives you that full feeling that lasts, and it carries you to your next meal. I like bone broth protein. It's a really clean source of protein. I started using when I was pregnant. I use it nursing. You can give it to kids. It's a little more pricey. I get it on Amazon, but it's totally worth the money. I also like Designer Whey. I like Labrada, I don't know how to pronounce it, protein. Those are good sources of protein powder. And then peanut flour. I like this organic brand that I get at Costco. It's only $11 for this big thing. And peanut flour is basically just peanut butter with the oils removed. So you can use it in baking because it's a flour, and it gives you that delicious peanut butter flavor without the calories and the fat. And I add it to a lot of my shakes. It gives it a lot of great flavor. Greek yogurt, you can do a lot with it. And then unsweetened cocoa powder, that's basically chocolate without the butter and without the sugar. So we can still have chocolate in a healthier form using unsweetened cocoa powder. And then these are just basic swap outs that I use in my baked goods. Applesauce, Greek yogurt, and this is my new favorite brand of low sugar maple syrup. It's Lakanto, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's made with monk fruit, so it's a natural sweetener, and it's a great option to have on hand for whenever I call for anything with honey or low sugar maple syrup. So I hope that this helped you guys today. Head over to dashingdish.com, check out some of my baked goods. You won't find any flour, any white sugar, or any butter, but you will find tons of delicious recipes to start your clean eating journey. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining me.